Okay, good evening folks. It is the Sunday the 27th of June 2010. I'm just going to take a look at the weekly outlook here for the pound dollar. Okay, so basically, as you know, I've been slightly worried on the back of this 9 count buy setup that we have here on the monthlies, that we could see a bit of a bounce. And I was expecting us to get back below this 1.4752 for the close of the month. I mean, I still think that this 1.5128 level is going to be a good level to look to sell. Definitely, I mean, this is going to be a bullish thrust bar this week, so this is going to be sort of the next level to look to sell once it's removed to the close. So the 1.4687 level, I'll just mark that out there, 1.4687. So this is sort of new support for the market. I mean, we're in a bear trend, so although we're seeing a bit of a bounce here, still want to mark these levels off because they can soon be removed to the close, and that's the sort of next levels that you're going to be looking to sell to eventually, get in with the main trend down to the 1.3 and the 1.1. So yeah, we're seeing a bit of a strong bounce here, and it is kind of basically on the back of this 9 count buy setup that we're seeing here on the monthly charts. If we, I was looking at the Dukascopy charts, and they're showing up that this month is actually the 9th bar. So it could just be that we're seeing a bit of a bounce on the ninth month, and we could head lower from there. Yeah, so I'm still going to be looking towards this 1.5128 level. I mean, it can look quite similar to the Aussie dollar, the way that it failed its weekly level. I mean, we're quite close up to it already. We could just come up and touch it and fail from there quite easily. It doesn't always, just because it looks fairly bullish, doesn't mean that we can't have a failure there. Although, I mean, the monthly picture's not looking so great, but I still think on a first sort of retest here, it'll certainly be a trade worth taking. Looking at the daily chart here, so obviously remove this level here, 1.4915 level. Then we did dip below that on the Friday, but we had a strong reaction from there, and as you can see, we had a big reaction. Let's see. Yeah, so basically, as soon as we dipped below that 9.4915 level, we had a fairly quick move higher from there and closed the week pretty strong. So yeah, I mean, it is looking fairly strong, the pound, but it's still not going to put me off selling this 1.5128 because we are in a bear trend overall. Nothing's changed there yet to suggest otherwise, and yeah, so just going to be looking out for that. There is another scenario kind of playing out here as well. If we could possibly hold off and move a wee bit lower to the close of the month, and then go up and test this weekly level on the new monthly candle, we could also have the same as we have on the pound yen, a Haikaki setup here, where we trap the bulls in and fail there, and then just move lower on the back of that. So that is a possible scenario as well. If we start the new monthly candle and we move higher first, then we'll be all set up to go low on a break of this month's low, which is that 1.4344, and that would really play in with this weekly chart. To be honest, the weekly chart is looking sort of textbook bearish here. I mean, basically with these things, if I get a different confirmation, then I'll change. But at the moment, the outlook is still bearish on the monthly as well. We're still bearish on the monthly and the weekly and the daily. The first sign will come if we actually break that 1.5281 level. That's the first sign that I'll start to maybe think that we could see a turnaround here. And then obviously, as the Aussie dollar's doing at the moment, I would then look to get involved in that trade. That's what you do, and just see where it goes from there. So yeah, so this week I think we will be able to see this 1.5128, so we'll have a go at selling that. and see how it goes. I mean, current situation, only on bar 3 on the 4 hour. We're on bar 9 on the 1 hour. So if I move this up here to the 128, there or thereabouts. So we're on bar 9 on the 1 hour. So I mean, if we keep going up without making a bearish thrust and then make the bearish thrust, that would be perfect. Also on the 30-minute, we've made a 9 count and we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bars without making a thrust bar. So I mean, I'd expect to see a thrust bar before we get up there, but if we don't see one and we get up to that 128 level, then even better, you know. 15-minute chart, we've had a couple of counts and thrust bars, and finally the 5-minute chart, we're in the middle of a count there. So yeah, so we'll keep an eye on all that and see how it goes. But initially into the week anyway, I'll be looking to sell that 1.5 128 level. Okay, cheers.